It's really this. Social media now, it's running faster than government. And makarinig lang ng isang report, diba? Kakalat na yan eh. So I guess the question to you is, what aggressive measure are you actually using now to address social media and the scare that it's actually producing?
Well, that's why this is not just a whole of government approach. It is a whole of nation approach.
That's right.
So we're appealing to the people, if they get information from social media and it's doubtful, they have to verify the source first.
But how do you appeal? I think that's the challenge. Where do you appeal? How do you appeal? How do you stop it?
Well, all of us need to do that. We have our own even personal social media accounts. We have to do that. A government will have to do that.
Pero sir, sometimes from social media, it jumps into the real world. For example, sa Senate hearing kahapon, may lumabas na video.
Yung conspiracy theory.
I mean, for me, I don't mean to be snide. But that's the Senate President sharing a video that most people could clearly see is fake news. And very, it's possible. I mean, no, but what kind of discussion is taking place at the level of what you can control? Never, social media will grant that. It's hard.
Mahirap talaga social media. I mean, it's an uncontrollable venue of information. We have to be circumspect about the information that you read. No? Yung kahapon, medyo no comment na lang. But again, as government officials, again, we have to verify first before making all those, especially sa Senate hearing.
Investigation.
Yusek, gaya ng mga napapag-usapan dito, dalawa yung problema natin, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa kabataan. And for that matter, mga Pilipino, dalawang klaseng virus. No, yung coronavirus, pagkatapos yung nagba-viral sa social media na fake news. But seriously, sa level ng schools, what can we do? Every time there's an issue, now fake news, misinformation is always front and center as a genuine concern. Now it's a public health concern. What are we doing to equip our children to be more resilient in the information that they get and that they share?
You know, sometimes the context becomes and the situation is a teaching moment, like now. Like Taal, for example. I mean, you get it in the textbook. In fact, there was a debate of this Kalipogo saying that when we were last year, where Taal is, it's in the middle or whatever. But these are teaching moments for all of us. And I can tell you, given the level of awareness of all and understanding how viruses are transmitted, getting the awareness of it, even common codes might go down a bit after a few in some years. No. What I'm saying is the awareness becomes deeper when there are teaching moments like this. I mean, we all have, not probably all, but some of us might have kids of our own, and we get it's not easy to teach.
But is it part of the curriculum now? Is information literacy now part of the curriculum, and how early does it start?
I'm not sure how early does it start, but I think the general trend is really to emphasize critical thinking. That's why there are lessons like fact, opinion, differentiating this, etc. But it is not, that's why learning is more complex. I mean, as parents, as media practitioners, I can tell you that some of those that would be sharing here and there are also media practitioners. In other words, it's not the fault really of the basic education.
I have talaga. Senate President pa. I have a solution for this. I-confiscate nyo na lang muna lahat ng mga telepono.
Kala ko PCO sasabihin niya.
Tigilan na muna yung mga homework na PowerPoint. Kasi nag-i-excuse na mga bata yan. Kunyari gumagawa ng PowerPoint, pero mamaya nasa Facebook.
May tanong, kasi nabanggit mo yung fact not being able to distinguish. I just remember remember the whole story on the PISA
Yes, that's
ranking. That was in fact one of the concerns that came up as a red flag, di ba? That
Exactly.
a lot of our students cannot distinguish.
Yes, and that is from the point of view of let's say on reading multi skills in reading from a basic. The first is in reading fluency on being able to know whether a sentence makes sense or not is your first level. But your next level is with your understanding, and the highest level is with the critical
thinking.
analysis already, and that is a difficult.
It is.
It is a difficult.
It will take more than
A career in journalism.
22 years. Yeah.
No, but
it,
this is one period, as I mentioned, that being able to show information that is a scientific, well sourced, in all of this, and if our agencies, institutions, not just the government but the public, but the private institutions as well, even business and so on, can show some stabilizing approach in the sense of being able to provide responsible information, then I think as a society we learn from moments like this. This is unfolding. It is we don't know, and precisely that's why we made a certain precaution with big events.